you're high on Wilson to the point where you're saying that probably Lawrence is a better prospect coming out of college. So walk me through the evaluation you think the Jets are doing right now with Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's a great question.
What do you think?
Because it's easy after 3 years, and we've discussed Sam Darnold, you and I,
yes,
to say that Darnold did not meet expectations. And maybe there's many reasons for that. Some we might know, some we don't know. But if you're the Jets, it would seem to me that you would have to believe that Zach Wilson is far, far better than Sam Darnold within the context of your new offense with the new coach who's essentially bringing in the Kyle Shanahan offense. Because if you just believe that Zach Wilson is just maybe incrementally better than Sam Darnold, I don't know. Again, I don't know what they're going to do, but you would have to believe Wilson's significantly better. Darnold was a consensus top pick in a draft. There were people who thought he'd be the number one pick. It hasn't gone well. There were concerns about Darnold coming out. Those concerns have been manifested over the last number of years. So we'll see what the Jets do. My guess is, and this factors into the equation, Rich, and you know this, if you draft Zach Wilson, you start the clock again. Whereas if you don't draft a quarterback and Sam Darnold's your guy, you know what it's going to be in New York if Sam Darnold, let's say, has a poor first half week one. You know how that goes. Whereas you restart the clock with Zach Wilson.
No, you don't want to maybe saddle a new coaching staff, new regime with that sort of pressure or possibility of occurring, and then you're right. The next step is the proverbial Lulu. So what is your evaluation, though? What is your evaluation of Wilson to Darnold with your evaluation of Darnold coming out and having seen 3 years, even though admittedly Darnold has not had the consistency in terms of talent and, of course, also in terms of coaching surrounding him the last 3 years? What's your evaluation of what the Jets are going through, then, Greg?
I think Darnold has essentially been relatively the same player he was coming out. He's a big, physical, athletic kid, good arm, some inconsistency with his ball placement, which stems from his lower body mechanics, capable of making plays outside the structure of the offense, but also loses vision at times when he gets outside the structure of the offense and can make some poor throws. So there's a lot to like and a few concerns with Darnold, and those concerns have shown up over the last 3 years, just as they did with his college tape. I think that Zach Wilson is a little smaller. I would say his arm is looser and livelier. Darnold has a good arm, but I would say Wilson's arm is looser and livelier. I think he's an easier mover, just the way in which he moves. They're both capable of making plays outside of structure. Wilson was... his senior tape, his 2020 tape in particular, he was a very comfortable player because he rarely faced pressure. So that's the part of Wilson's game. Even though he's a very good mover and can make plays outside of structure, he did not face much pressure. And you have to wait and see how that will play out once he's in the NFL.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.